Lower, down. Bend your knees, lower your hips.
Swing your arms.
Shoulder width stands, ha? Kuha na natin ang bola. Lagi tayong mag-resist.
Ready tayo. Eyes on the ball.
Get! Nice one. Balik. Okay, good job. Good job.
Chase for your dreams, shoot for the stars, though hard it may seem, no matter how far. Find the power that's within.
Here in Best Center, we teach the fundamentals and the basics. Lahat ng mga players na yan, nagsimula sa basics. Wala namang pinanganak na magaling na mag-volleyball.
You can only be better if you are willing to learn. As an athlete, one of the most important qualities you need to have is being coachable. Listen to your coaches, listen to your teammates, and listen to the advice that people give you.
You will face a lot of challenges along the way. You will struggle and you will begin to doubt yourself. But don't give up, it's just a test. Continue to work hard every day and stay determined to overcome those challenges.
No one and nothing is stopping you from becoming the greatest athlete possible. Dream big. Sky is not the limit. You are responsible for your own growth. You are writing your own story, and make sure it's something you will be proud of. Someday you will reach your goals. Believe in that and work on that every day.
Good, chin up.
Feet together. You should look in front.
Ready? Aim your target. Go.
Bounce back. Right foot forward.
Follow through, hey!
Step forward.
Ball below the knees. Back straight.
Big. Next the ball.
And right. Chest pass, ha? Short pass. Ragdoll flip. Triple threat. You play as a team. This is a team effort.
O, kaya na natin? Okay, let's do it one more time. Go!
Pag wala kayong disiplina, hindi kayo huhusay saan ang ginagawa nyo.
Chase for your dreams, shoot for the stars, though hard it may seem, no matter how far. Find the power that's within, it's inside you, let it out until the end. From the start, trust yourself and just believe. Get up when you fall. Be better than the rest. Stand up and walk tall. Show them how to be the best. Be the best, 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 be the best.
Sa amin dito sa BEST, ituturo lang namin sa inyo ano ang dapat yung gawin. Binibigyan namin kayo assignment para humusay kayo. Lahat sa magagawa nyo. Kailangan lang practice. Disiplina.
Be the best that you can be. It's all about self-discipline. Be the best and you will see. The future is yours to win. Be the best that you can be. It's all about self-discipline. Be the best and you will see. The future is yours to win. Get up when you fall. Be better than the rest. Stand up and walk tall. Show them how to be the best. 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 Be the best.
All right. Here we go. It's another Saturday night, and it's another night of Be the Best Live, brought to you by Milo in partnership with Chris Sports and Blackwater. As you can see tonight, guys, we're featuring two women's basketball players this time. Women's basketball naman tayo. Tama ba, Coach Julie?
Hi, Coach Popoy. Oo, balik tayo ulit sa women's basketball program. Kaya naman excited ako ngayon sa ating mga guests.
Yes, Coach Julie, napaka-exciting tonight yung guests natin. And to all our viewers, it's actually, to be honest, it's been a while since we've been able to feature women's basketball players. The last one we featured was Jack Anima, who's now in the
and
US
Coach
right now, and
Marichu.
Coach Marichu Bacaro. And now we're featuring two very successful national team women's basketball players na dumaan din sa Best Center program through the Women's Basketball League. And kita itong dalawang guests natin, mga kaibigan na kaibigan to ni Coach Julie, alam ko eh.
Well, talagang nakita ko to. Grade school pa lang sila. Nakita ko na kung paano sila maglaro.
Great, 5 years ago lang naman yun, Coach Julie.
Oh,
5 years ago. 5 years ago lang naman yan, Coach Julie. Anyways, without further ado, let's introduce our guest. So our first guest played grade school basketball for Assumption Makati and played in the WBL grade school developmental division and the competitive division, and went on to play for the UP Lady Maroons for the UAAP. And not only played for the UP Lady Maroons, she also graduated an accounting graduate and became a certified board passer. Student athlete talaga. She went on. You may have seen her in the UAAP as the first female UAAP basketball analyst. I remember seeing her in the UAAP for covering for ABS-CBN Sports, and she played for the Philippine Women's National Basketball Team in the RP 2019 FIBA Asia Cup in India. So without further ado, let's welcome our first guest, Miss Bea Daez-Fabros.
Hello! Hi, Popoy. Hi, Coach Julie. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Bea. You have any viewers that you want to shout out before we start?
Ano ba? Siguro yung family ko, yung mommy ko, nanonood din siya. So, hello!
Hello to Bea's mommy. Ay, Coach Julie, introduce mo naman yung next guest natin, Coach Julie.
Well, itong next guest natin, of course, merong basketball bloodline to. Anak, daddy niya was a basketball star also, Bobby Jose. So, at a very young age, talagang tinitignan na siya to play basketball. So, she played in grade school in Miriam College. She played WBL. And ang pagkakaalam ko talaga, palagi siyang nag-champion grade school and high school. Pero merong isang time, ayun ang pagkukwentuhan natin mamaya. She also played RP Youth. Was a member of the RP Youth team wherein she played in Bangalore, the first FIBA Asia Championship for women. She went to India at a very young age, and then 2010, another under 18 tournament division. And then after college, she played in Ateneo, Lady Eagles, wherein she became 3 times mythical 5. Okay? And then, yung last playing year niya, actually, Popoy, it was NU versus Ateneo. So, mababanggit natin yan, mama.
Binanggit mo talaga ko, Julie. Gusto mo lang sabihin eh.
Basketball career, she was being able to naging ABS-CBN marketing supervisor siya, and also a sports analyst. And akala namin tapos na yung basketball career niya, but no, 2019 she was part of that historic gold member ng SEA Games Women's Basketball Gilas team. Let's all welcome Danica Jose.
Hi, Coach Julie. Hi, Popoy. Hi, Bea.
Hello, Dan.
Hi, good
Hello,
evening to
Danica.
everyone. Hello.
Hello. So, ganda nga ng buhok mo. Sabi nga ni Bea, ganda nga ng buhok mo.
Yes, haba ng hair.
It's just the lighting. It's just the lighting.
So, before we start, do you have anyone special out there, family, friends that you want to say hi to?
Yeah, my parents who are in the US are watching right now. So kahit may jet lag sila, talagang inabangan nila. Hi, mom and dad.
Oh.
Hi, Tito.
Okay.
Hi, Tita.
So, Julie, mukhang kilalang magkakaibigan na talaga ito yung dalawang guests natin. And let's get right to it. I have a question for you guys. Kasi given naman ko, Julie, sa basketball, sa Philippines, women's basketball isn't that popular for the kids before time niyo. Did you guys start as basketball players or did you experiment with other sports muna before you discovered your love for basketball? Siguro we can start with Bea on this one first.
Okay. So for me, I always loved basketball since I was a young kid. Siguro mga 6 years old pa lang. But then prior to that, of course, my mom put me into different kinds of sports. Like, for example, gymnastics I could clearly remember, was the first sport that I really tried. I also did ballet. I also did dancing, mga hip-hop, jazz, ganon. But then, growing up, we had the basketball court at home, and I grew up with 7 other siblings that are boys. So we're actually 9, and then 7 are boys. So they would play basketball every day in our court. So parang, syempre nakikita ko sila, and that really made me want to try the sport. And I really fell in love with it right away. So I grew up playing basketball since then, since mga 6 years old or 7 years old ako. Yun.
6 years old, 7 years. Ikaw naman, Dan. We know your dad used to play for the PBA. Was that an influence ba that guided you towards basketball, or was basketball your own choice?
Well, to be honest, when I started playing basketball, it wasn't really under the influence of my dad. Kasi usually at that young age, wala pa namang pressure on which passion you want to take. You just let I don't know, for him, he just let me choose what I wanted. But then, similar to Bea, my childhood was with basketball then. I played with both of my cousins who are also boys, and then I also have a younger brother. So we're in one neighborhood, and 3 lang sila. So kailangan pa nila ng isang kakampi para makabuo ng 2-on-2. So I had no choice but to play with them. And eventually, I fell in love with the sport. And then when my dad saw me na nag-enjoy pala to pag naglalaro ng basketball with her cousins and with her brother, doon na siya medyo tumutok na, do you want to play? Are you sure na this is the sport that you want? So, eventually, yun, nagtuloy-tuloy na rin siya.
Speaking of younger brother, ito yata yung...
Oh my goodness!
Nasa stage mo ba yan, si Ivan?
Andito siya, hindi siya pwede umalis.
Alright,
Magkasama kami dito. Tasan ba siya?
Okay.
Nandyan lang pala siya.
Sa baba pala. Sabihan ko lang.
Yan ang ka-2x2 ni Danica nun.
Yan, sila.
Oo, di ba? Kailangan kulang eh. So, kailangan.
Kulang eh. napilitan eh. Si
Buti na
Bea
lang.
naman, naka 3-on-3. So, kumbaga, palit-palitan na lang. 6 yung
Palit.
kapatid ko, Julie eh. 6 eh.
Buti sila
Anyway,
nakabuo ng 3x3 eh.
Oo nga eh. Pero moving forward from the backyard, playing the backyard, you guys also played varsity basketball for your respective schools, Assumption and Miriam. What was that experience like? Can you tell us how your first taste of competitive basketball was?
Hindi ka sabi, Danica?
Danica naman this
Danica?
time.
Oh yeah, okay. So I started being part of the varsity team when I was in grade 7. Medyo maarte pa ako ng grade school. I really didn't know what sport I wanted to take pa. So in grade 5, I was part of the track and field team. Pero na-realize ko, hindi pala ata para sa akin to kasi I got cut. And then, grade 6, I was part of the volleyball team naman. And then, grade 7, when the head coach of Miriam talked to me na if I wanted to try out, that's when I joined the team. And of course, I really enjoyed playing then. Kasi I was super tall then when I was a kid. And then, playing officially, oh yeah, see? I don't even look like a player! I was
Nice one, Dan.
Parang may field trip lang
was wearing glasses, I had braces. So that was my first WNCAA opening. I was in grade 7 that time. Ayan, yung mga kasama namin, yung volleyball team din. And the experience was, of course, it was just super fun for me na to be around a group of girls who really enjoyed the sport as well. Pero at that early age, it wasn't really something serious pa. So I was just enjoying the sport. Pero hanggang dun pa lang siya from the start, back in grade school.
Okay.
Coach Popo, I want to mention.
Sorry, go.
Oh, it was Coach Franz Magno. Oh, I bet she's watching right now. And
I hope she's not.
Nakita mo yung bus? Alam mo, actually, yan yung kwento ng mga coaches eh. Yan yung mga yan. Isusunduin mo sila sa eskwelahan, ihahatid mo sila sa venue, tapos hindi pa tapos yun, babalik mo na naman sila sa eskwelahan at hindi ka makakaalis kasi kailangan mo siguraduhin lahat ay masusundo ng mga kanilang mga magulang bago ka makaalis. So, coaching hanggang paglabas ng court, meron pa rin guidance from the coaches. So
I remember that day kasi that was my first time na makapunta sa Cuneta Astrodome. Doon yung WNCA openings. Parang wow, ang daming tao. Laki pala dito. So, nalula ako. Wow!
Cuneta Astrodome. Buhay pa ba yun, Coach Julie?
yes, meron pa din. Meron pa din.
Wow.
Yeah, meron pa din.
Ikaw naman, Bea, ano yung may kwentong opening ka rin ba sa bus nung grade school, early days mo basketball?
Well, for me naman, Danica started in grade 7. For me, I started in grade 4. So, that's the minimum kasi you can only join the varsity team in grade school once you hit grade 4. But then prior to that, I was already playing basketball, but just in our house lang. So kung pwede lang younger, lagi ko nakikita yung mga ate ko that time, the ones who were older. Lagi ko sila nakikitang nagde-training, ganyan. And I was already hoping na, oh my gosh, I hope that one day I'll be there also. So yun, grade 4. Ayun, sobrang liit ko pa nung time na yun. But yeah, I already joined the team. And then, ayun, we joined WNCAA only once on grade 4 lang. But then, after that, it was already WBL from grade 5 onwards at up until high school. But syempre, in grade school yun, as in, masaya ka lang na naglalaro ka. It's nothing really serious, really. It's really just about enjoying lang. The fact that you're playing, the fact na may referee, the fact na parang maganda yung court na nilalaro mo.
May jersey ka pa.
May jersey ka pa, diba? So, syempre yung mga at that age talaga, it's really nothing serious because it's really all just about enjoying the game. That's it.
So, yun, no? Tapos parang parents ng teammates mo nanonood, sumisigaw.
Oo, alam mo ba, pag grade school, as in for me, that's one of my most favorite moments in terms of yung crowd. Kasi grabe, as in buong barangay nandun. As in each player mula ate, kuya, mom, dad, hanggang lola, mga tito, tita, lahat nandun talaga. Kasi kapag nakashoot, kahit pag nag-debol lang yung anak nila, anak ko, grabe na yung hiyawan. So, super, super fun yung days na yun kasi grabe talaga yung crowd and talong-talo pa nga minsan yung crowd ng high school or crowd ng college. So, very, very fun times nung grade school.
Okay. And imagine in 10 years, Bea, baka yun din experience mo. Ikaw yung nasa crowd.
Oh
Sumisigaw
my
pa
God!
yung
Oo,
anak.
for sure. Kasi Lucia, nako.
Dalawa kami. Kasama kami.
Dalawa kayo. Sabi something.
Imagine mo, Coach Popoy, imagine mo, she started grade 4. So, 4 years siyang naglaro ng grade school and another 4 years pagdating ng high school. And yung kwento niya, yung sinasabi mo, Bea, na maraming nanonood, it's because yung WBL nga, it's a set of 5-5-5, hindi ba? Definitely, ang anak nila, whether they like it or not, will have their own playing time, 8 minutes, video na yan, picture-picture na yan, paparazzi na yan. Sigurado yan, oo. Irregardless kung lamang o panalo, basta't nakahawak, nakadepensa, nakaagaw ng bola, naka-rebound, ay, nako, kaingan na yan pagkatapos.
Super. Kaya sobrang saya.
Grabe celebration lagi after the game.
Oo. Kahit talo ko yung team nyo, yung crowd, as in parang panalo pa din.
Pero Coach Popoy, bago tayo mag-go further sa high school,
Go.
kaya naman kinakwento nila tong dalawa. I'm coaching Poveda, di ba? And then they're playing in Assumption and Miriam. So pag kami na yung naglalaro, palagi ko sinasabi sa mga players namin, bantayan niyo tong dalawang to. Pwede kaming lumamang sa ibang quarter eh. Alam mo yung ganon? Pero pag naglaro na tong dalawang to sa quarter nila, ay patay na. Kasi at a very young age, they were really very skilled already. Of course, meron din mga kasama, mga teammates sila na magagaling. But nakita ko na talaga at a very young age, they really love to play basketball. Lalo to si Bea, ang bilis-bilis tumakbo. Sobra. Parang gusto takbo ng takbo.
Dapat nag-tap and field.
Ako yung nagkamali sa sport eh.
So, like, Coach, I was gonna lead to that, Coach Julie. So, nakita mo na sila ever since. Nakita mo talaga may potential from the start.
Yes. Talagang kitang-kita ko na paano sila nag-grow. Kaya itong kwentuhan natin ito, pag hindi sila nagkwento ng maayos, pwede ko silang sabihan, oy, kulang yung kwento nyo.
Sige, abangan natin yan. Kasi moving on, yun nga, Coach Julie mentioned, high school years naman. So, naglaro kayo sa WNCA, pati WBL. We'll start with WBL muna. Both of you guys were champions. Nagkalaban kayo ba nito? Or hindi kayo magka-division? Kasi alam ko may dalawang divisions, Coach Julie, tama ba? Sa WBL?
Oh, sa WBL, both of them are from competitive. So, yun yung ano. So, nagkalaban tong dalawang to. I'm pretty sure.
So, sinong una na nakapag-champion?
Ay, si Dan. Hindi natatalo si Danica. Ang lakas ng Miriam nung time na yun. Parang NU yung Miriam nung high school days.
Every kompleto talaga. Pero kwento mo, Danica, kung ano yung kasi alam mo, ayoko manggaling sa akin. Gusto ko yung
Coach,
kwento
gusto
mo
ko
sa akin.
manggaling sa'yo.
Hindi, ikaw magkwento, Dan. Kwento mo. Okay, tell us about your WBL days for Miriam.
Yeah, so, nung high school kasi, sobrang nagbago na yung atmosphere when it comes to training compared to grade school. So, parang having a new set of basketball shoes and wearing your jersey will not make you happy anymore. Parang mababaw na yun when you reach high school. It was a lot more serious. It was very challenging to shift your mindset na nung grade school. Ang saya-saya mo, may jersey ka na, makapasok ka lang sa game, tuwan-tuwa na parents mo. Pagdating ng high school, boom, parang culture shock. Ibang-iba na talaga siya. Very serious yung training program sa Miriam back in high school. And when we joined WBL, we really treated it as one of our major leagues. Oh my goodness, yung mga pictures naman. that was my senior year. That was back in 2010, I think. And then we were up against San Beda. Very close game 'yun nung second half. Akala ko kasi back-to-back champions na kami noon. Tapos nung senior year ko, medyo dumikit yung laban. Sabi ko, last playing year ko na sa high school, dito pa ba ako matatalo? So, talagang it was one of the most exciting games, yung WBL championship nung senior year. And yun nga, buti na lang nakapag three-peat naman siya. Yun.
So yun yung kwento mo, Danica, na pagdating ng grade school, fun part talaga. It's grade school eh. Because yun talaga yung gusto mangyari. Kailangan ma-enjoy ng mga bata for them to continue. Di ba? Kasi pagdating ng competitive na, iba na yung setup eh. Talagang mas rigid na yung practices. Pero once you love what you're doing, eh, kakayanin mo na yon. Pero yun nga, ang kwento mo nga, Dan, is, ito Bea, tayo-tayo lang ha. Ang kwento niya, coach, never ako natalo eh. Sabi niya, palagi kami champion. Yan, siguro. Ikaw naman, Bea, ano naman ang kwento mo? Ito, kay Bea naman tayo.
Actually, for me, no, Coach Julie, so similar naman to what Danica said, once you enter high school, it really is more serious in terms of training. So I remember back in grade school, no, actually in Assumption, there weren't a lot of basketball players, especially in my batch, no. Actually, isa lang akong basketball player all my life up until 4th year high school. So up in 4th year high school, dun na lang kami naging dalawa. But so I was really used to being just alone. And actually in our team in grade school, hindi nga kami umaabot ng 15 players. So laging, kumari, first quarter, second quarter, nakakabuo kami ng 5-5. But then pag third quarter, usually forfeit na kami kasi konti lang yung players talaga sa team namin. But then thankfully enough, no, when we went to high school, that rule was already taken out. So we were more competitive. Our team, my first coach back then was Coach Reg Jose, and she was the coach of the De La Salle Lady Archers in the UAAP. So grabe na agad yung training, and tama yung sinabi ni Danica na sobrang culture shock talaga. That's really where I first experience yung sobrang nakakasukang training, ganon. Pero at the same time, kahit nakakapagod sobra, gustong-gusto mo, you really enjoy the training. And that's when I really realized that I love basketball so much. Even if, nung grade school pa lang, natatalo kami kasi na-forfeit yung game kasi kulang kami. Pumupunta pa din ako. I'm still so excited to play kahit 10 minutes lang. Diba? Tapos, pag high school, kahit sobrang nakakapagod yung training, parang you still look forward to training the next day, parang ganun. And yun, thankfully enough, ayun, kahit naka-3-peat si Danica, naka-experience din kami kahit paano ng championship. 1 year. So, we were champions. Ayun, yan. So, we were champions in my 3rd year in WBL. So, that experience, hindi ko makakalimutan yun. Dahil kay Danica, nanalo kami. Kasi, wala siya nung semis against Miriam. So, back then, I remember, nasa
hindi ko matandaan yun
hindi mo matandaan kasi wala ka, girl.
Makes sense.
So, ayun, parang, actually, nung time na yun, sabi ko, sa coach namin, si Coach Manu, sabi ko, Coach, wala ata si Nadan. Kasi pupunta ata sila, may liga ata sila sa RPU. So, may chance tayo manalo siya. So, ayun, so wala sila. And then, yun, we entered the finals up against De La Salle Zobel, and they were really a finals contender. So we were really parang the team na parang hindi naman ina-expect. The underdog, yes. So we were really, really happy, and it's something that I will never forget kasi we were down the whole game talaga, as in mga 15 points up until 18 points yung pinakamalaking lead ng Zobel, but we were still able to win the WBL champion in my 3rd year. So yeah, very memorable.
Congrats. So thank you, Danica, for
thank you, Dan.
Si Coach Julie pala kasama ko nung time na yun.
Yes,
Thank you rin pala kay Coach Julie.
Yeah, oo. Actually, yun yung susunod na topic natin, Coach, hindi ba? Parang yung RP Youth kasi nila. So, that was the time, noong 2009, nagkataon, yun yung merong first tournament ang RP Youth. So sabi ko nga kay Danica nung nagkukwentuhan kami, well done, it's okay, at least experience ka playing abroad and para sa bayan naman eh, di ba?
Because Julie, bago muna tayo pumunta sa next part
Ayun.
ng show natin, may pa-prize segment tayo. So Dan and Bea, we have actually, tradition na to sa Be The Best Live. May question kami tatanong sa audience about you guys. And the first person to give the answer will win a certain prize. And the first prize we'll be giving out is 2 bags of Milo worth 1.2 kilograms total and a special edition of
Bea is
Slam
here.
magazine.
Ay!
And I think Bea is there.
Bea is
in that
here.
Bea is in the front cover.
cover. All right. So here are the rules for our audience. We'll be flashing our question in the comment section, and the first person to give the right answer after the comment we post will win the Milo and the Slam magazine. And we only have 2 rules. One is you have to be the first one to win. 2 is we cannot deliver yet to online to overseas addresses. So sorry to the relatives of Dan in the States. Hindi pa sila makakapanalo today. May Philippine address.
And Coach Popoy, you can only win once,
You can only win once, yes. In the show today, you can only win once to give chance to everybody else. All right. So the first question is, Danica and Bea both played and won championships in the WBL during their high school years. What does the WBL stand for? Yan. Binanggit natin ito kanina. Binanggit ito sa start, Coach Julie. What does the WBL stand for? So while waiting for the right answer, gusto natin, may mga tanong tayo galing sa audience. Let's flash it. Direk, can you please flash ang mga shout-outs natin? Christina Pascual. Good evening po. Shoutout po at ate. And Danica Jose, napanood ko po yung ilang mga naging laro mo po. From Christina Pascual.
Thank you, Christina Pascual. Sana yung mga napanood mo naman ay panalo tayo doon.
I think most likely. Ito galing kay Sonny De Jesus. Magandang gabi sa lahat kahit malakas ang ulan at kulog at kidlat dito sa Ordaneta City.
Pangasinan. Hi, Coach Sunny.
Hi, Coach Sunny. Ito yung organizer namin to sa Best Center sa Pangasinan.
Pangasinan.
Organizer yun to. Ito ba? Direk, can you flash one more comment or shout out?
Hi, Alyssa. Hello. Grabe yung ate, parang ang tanda ko na.
At may exclamation point, ha?
Oo nga eh. Hi! Dapat pala ganun.
Ito may curious question tayo from the audience. From Raul Barandea, whose daughter are you among the Daez brood? Dave was my classmate in Ateneo, and you look a lot like him. So
hello! Yes, I'm the daughter of Leo Daez. So, Tito David, yes, he's the brother of my dad.
Marami-raming Daez yata nag-Ateneo.
Oo, madami kaming Daez. Actually, my whole family, they're all from Ateneo. Ako lang ata yung nag-UP.
Alright. Anyways, I think, Direk, we have the correct answer. Tama ba? Dan and Coach Julie, pwede mo i-confirm, and Bea. What does the WBL stand for? Women's Basketball League. Correct ba si Cybele Drain?
Correct. Congratulations, Cybele.
Congratulations to Cybele Drain. You have won 1.2 kilograms worth of Milo and a special edition with Bea on the cover of Slam magazine. Wow. All right, you are a lucky winner today. Anyways, moving forward, yun nga, nabanggit ni Coach Julie kanina, naglaro kayo dalawa for RP Youth. Tama ba, Coach Julie?
Yes.
Can you tell us about those experiences playing for RP Youth and also playing for and with Coach Julie? Kabatch mo to, Coach Julie, di ba? Kabatch mo to.
Kabatch ko sila nagte-training.
Sa training. Yung start with Dan, kasi nabanggit ni kanina. Can you tell us about your experience with RP Youth and playing for the Philippines?
Grabe yung mga pictures, Coach Julie. Di ko Okay, so I was part of the national RP Youth team back when I was in 3rd year high school. So I was only 15 years old when I was completely exposed to a whole different level of competition abroad. And the experience was, of course, at first, it was really eye-opening na grabe, ito pa lang pala yung competitive level ko sa basketball, ang dami pang mas magaling, ang dami pang mas malakas, mas matangkad sa akin. And the first tournament that we participated in when I was in third year was 3x3. So kami yung unang 3-on-3 team na nabuo for the national team, national youth team. So we went to Singapore for the Asian Youth Games. And we were up against Kazakhstan, Korea, India, Sri Lanka. Ang dami. So nagulat ako kasi I didn't expect that the game would be super fast. The game would be super tiring also. I'm sure Coach Julie remembers kung gaano ako grabe, labas dila na ako. Gusto ko na magpalabas pero hindi ka pwede lumabas. Ikaw lang malaki dyan. So pagod na pagod talaga ako nun. And of course, when we got back from Singapore, it really boosted up my confidence a lot because of the experience that I had in the Asian Youth Games. I was able to compete against stronger and taller players who are the same age as me din naman. So I knew that I had to work on a lot of skills pa. I had to improve on my dribbling, my shooting. So actually, yun yung nag-boost sa confidence ko at a young age, joining the RP Youth team talaga. Thank you, Coach Julie. Binigyan mo ako ng opportunity.
Sabi, Coach Julie.
Actually, Coach Popoy, 2009, that was the first time naming group na mag-handle ng RP team. And yun. Sa batch ni Danica, we handled the RP Youth team. So, yun talaga, we really wanted to help the basketball community, especially for the girls, na at a grassroots level, uumpisahan natin hanggang mapunta tayo sa women's level. Which, yun na nga, after 10 years, di ba, Dan? Pero, si Bea naman, ano naman ang kwento ni Bea?
So for me naman, ayun, in 2009, I was able to join the RP Youth team. Nag-training kami the whole summer, naalala ko yun, every 6 a.m. nag-training kami sa Ultra. And then, ayun, I even remember na dapat sasali pa nga ako sa 3x3, diba, Dan? Magkasama dapat kami doon.
Yes.
Pero yun, so for reasons that I cannot take back anymore, for decisions that I cannot take back, yun, sadly hindi ako nakapagtuloy dun sa RP Youth. But then of course, then again, I'm still very happy, because grabe talaga yung summer na yon in 2009 that I was really able to train with the national team. Grabe yung friendship na nabuo. Like, kunwari, kami ni Dan, doon talaga kami nagkakilala ni Danica sa RP Youth noong 2009. And hanggang ngayon, ayan, best friends pa din yan. Yes. Pa din kami hanggang ngayon. And aside from Danica, parang, as in, I can name so many other players like Kai Javier, Jonah Melendez, Trisha Piatos, na hindi mo aakalain na parang at that young age, ilang taon ba tayo noon? 2009, parang
15
years
Yeah,
old.
15.
Yeah, parang you would never think na at 15 years old, the people that you're actually playing with, now, going to 2021, we're now 27, 28 years old, and we're still friends. So,
Yes,
yun,
until
grabe
now.
lang. Yun. So, grabe lang din talaga yung friendship na nabuo. So, very, very thankful for the RP Youth team din for that one. Yan.
Actually, Coach Julie, ang hindi ko makakalimutan na practice, one summer training was, it was, tama si Bea, 6 a.m. Pero it wasn't court practice. It wasn't court
Sa
practice.
oval, ay, just ko dahil.
Sabi, day before the training, ang sinabi niyo ni Coach Pat, okay, tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., huwag kayo dumiretso sa court, diretso kayo sa oval. Sabi ko, oh my goodness, ayoko.
Ay, tapos Dan, yung coach natin lagi, si Coach Julie, siya yung laging maaga sa 6 a.m. So, siya yung magpapatakbo sa atin na.
Kaya, eto, Coach Julie, hindi ko alam kung maaalala mo to, Coach Julie. 6 a.m., nasa oval na kaming lahat. Ang papagawa mo sa amin sa oval was 10 rounds.
Oo.
Warm up, di ba?
Hindi siya jog, Coach. 10 rounds. Ano ba ang oval sa Ultra 400 meters? So, 15 years old lang kami. Coach, well, sinasa ka ba? And then, naalala ko, si Coach Julie, kinausap ako noon Kasi sabi ko, sige coach, sa likod na lang ako. Kasi alam ko talaga, hindi ako pinakamabilis. Si Bea ang nasa unahan. So sabi ni Coach Julie, hindi. Sabi kayo ni Bea sa harap. Kasi si Bea ang magpe-pace sa buong RP Youth team. Si Bea magpe-pace sa amin eh. Sabi ko, Coach, sa likod nila ako, kasabay ko yung ibang big man. Doon kami, mabagal kami. Hindi, sa harap ka. Tumabi ka kay Bea. Tumabi ka kay Bea. Sabi ko, okay, ito naman si Bea, kung mag-pacing, kala mo naman, hindi 10 rounds yung tatakbuhin. Grabe yun. So, syempre, sabay kami ni Bea mga first 2 rounds. Third round, nauna na si Bea. Sa likod na. Sabi ko, grabe talaga yun.
Actually, Popoy, ito yung mga magagandang mga memories na pwede natin i-share sa mga bata right now, ano? Siyempre, sabi niyo nga, you started very young. And then, dun nyo lang nakita yung talagang rigid training. Siyempre, you still have your mother's school, hindi ba? So, imagine mo, Popoy, magte-training muna sila sa kanilang school. Tapos, minsan, practice natin gabi, di ba? Gabi, pa-practice, makikita kami somewhere in San Juan, doon kami pa-practice. Tapos, gano'n na naman, papasok sila sa umaga, pa-practice sila sa school nila.
For 1 whole year, our training in Miriam was 3 to 6 p.m. So, dismissal sa high school kasi was 3 p.m. So, you have to be in the court around 3:30. And then, 6 p.m., wala na. From Miriam to Ultra, pupunta na kami doon. So, my mom ko talagang superhero nun. Tara na, pupunta na tayo sa next practice. Diretso na. So, may dala na siyang food sa akin, nakakainin ko sandali sa car. Tapos 7 to 10 p.m. yung practice namin for RP. So, I was training for 6 whole hours for 1 whole year. Sabi ko, parang hindi na ako nag-aaral. You really had to balance it kasi syempre, you need to pass your subjects para payagan ka to play for both teams, right? So, it was really fun. It's really fun.
Pero
so may insider, usually bago yan, may insider info kami. Kaya pinagawa daw sa inyo yung 10 rounds. Kasi nung time ni Coach Julie, pinagawa rin sa kanila na mag 10 rounds takbuhan.
Ay, kaya pala.
Bumawi lang si Coach Julie sa inyo.
Coach
Julie
naman.
Oh, syempre, learn from the past. Alam naman natin, nakita nyo naman, hindi ba, ang conditioning is very vital as a basketball player. Kahit gaano ka kagaling, kung wala ka sa kondisyon, iwan ka palagi. So, you can do a lot of things once na may physical conditioning ka, ready ka sa added or more competitive movements. Kaya huwag na sumama ang loob mo, Danica. Ka naman eh.
Coach, hindi lang yung conditioning, coach, pero the mental toughness that you really taught us at a young age. So, thank you na ginawa mo kong pacer kasama si Bea.
Pero totoo, sabi ko sa'yo, Popoy, si Bea, hindi mo na kailangan, alam mo parang warm up niya, okay, first 2 rounds. Pagdating ng third round onwards, wala na eh. Parang, coach, hindi ko na kaya, kailangan ko ng bilisan, ang babagal ng teammate ko.
Ay, grabe, coach.
Parang ganun. Pero sabi nga namin, kailangan sama-sama hanggat maaari. Tapos nung huli na, they trying to push each other and then challenge each other. Yun ang magandang part doon, the conditioning part. Pagkatapos, kakain naman eh. Diba?
Oo naman, coach. Libre mo lagi.
Ganda. At least, ang gandang usapan. Tapos parang to think that you guys are preparing for the first ever na FIBA U16 women. FIBA Asia women. So that's something iba. I mean, ako mismo sabihin ko, naiingit ako, wala kaming RP Youth Coach Julie eh. Hindi kami, wala eh, puro taga Manila yung kinuha eh. Wala namang taga Cebu sa batch namin kinuha eh. So yun. Moving forward, may pa-prize na naman tayo guys ulit for RB the best segment. And ang prize natin ibibigay is from Blackwater. From our friends at Blackwater. So may bibigay tayo ng Blackwater grooming kit. And again, as usual, a special edition issue from Slam Magazine. So thank you to our partners at Blackwater, to Boss Iseldo and Boss Siliman C. Thank you so much for giving us our Blackwater grooming kit so we can give to the audience. All right, so the second question that we'll be asking is, what year was the first FIBA Asia Under-16 Women Championship that Danica Jose was part of and Bea Daez also trained for? What year was it? What year? In the meantime, flash muna tayo ng shoutouts. Anong comments onte. Ito, galing kay Enzo. Ang saya daw ng memories niyo.
Yes.
Masaya na siya balikan ngayon, pero that time, oh my goodness.
Masaya.
Masaya talaga. Pero
Coach,
Mante,
alam mo, yung first FIBA Asia Under 16 na yan, that was the first time I've been to India. That was the first time I've been to India. Ang dami namin talagang nakita ng mga things na, alam mo yun, positive, negative, pero more of cherishing talaga yung experience. Imagine mo, nasa hotel kami ang ganda ng hotel. Sobrang ganda ng hotel. Pero nasa gitna siya ng bukid. So pag sumilip ka talaga, ang makikita mo is parang talahiban, mga green fields talaga. Pero ang ganda ng hotel. Pero paglabas mo, putik-putik kasi hindi pa talaga...
Walang kalsada.
Wala pa, oo. But again, ang ganda ng loob, ang ganda ng everything. Yung venue, something talaga. Sobra. Pero yung pagkain, Danica, kamusta?
Masasabi ko na lang buti nagdala ako pancit canton. I'm a big fan of spicy food, pero when we got to India, I realized na hindi pa pala spicy yung nakakain ko.
Ibang experience talaga. Pero I think, Coach Julie, andito na ata yung tamang answer. At tama ba? Bea, Coach Julie, Danica, and Bea. 2009 ba kayo nag-prepare?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. Congrats. Melody.
Yes,
Na-excite ako for her.
Coach, wait lang 2009, naglaro si Danica, remember? 2009, hindi naglaro si Bea, naiwan siya dito sa Pilipinas. Doon yung nag-champion siya sa WPN. Kaya thank you, Danica.
Thank you pa rin, Danica.
Thank you pa din, Dan.
Congrats, Bea. Ngayon lang kita na congrats after so long. Congrats, Bea.
Nagkaalaman na nga pala ulit. Anyway, moving forward, ano to? After high school, syempre, college na. UAAP. Bea, you went to UP. What was that story like? How did you... May recruitment na ba nun at the time? What was that recruitment process like? Can you
Ito
tell
yung
us
gusto
about?
ko pakinggan na kwento. I'm listening.
Ay, grabe, Dan. Grabe. Okay.
Hindi naman lang naririnig to.
Kung bakit.
Fast, pero so pwede nang i-share ang arte. Pero okay, game. Totoo ba? Okay. So, actually, background muna, okay. So, my family is they all came from Ateneo. So, actually, I was really supposed to play for Ateneo, but then my one and only sister actually went to UP, and she's ahead of me by 4 years. And one day, Coach Chelo Biano, who was a coach who was going to be the assistant coach in UP, actually called me. She was my coach in high school also. She asked me if I wanted to play for UP. And at that time, when I asked my sister if I should go to UP, she said yes. Parang it's a really good choice because coming from Assumption, wherein it's a very conservative school and all, you're going to UP, wherein there's so much freedom, so much independence, so many things that I will learn outside of the box. So that really made me think, and parang split second, parang nag-decide ako na sige, game UP. Like, yung dream school ko talaga since I was a kid was Ateneo. Then I was just like, okay, I'll jump for it. Let's see where things will go going to UP. And it's a decision, that I'm super proud of. And I'm really happy that I chose UP because yun, grabe yung experiences, grabe yung learnings, kahit hindi lang sa basketball kasi 'di ba syempre sobrang laki ng campus, you're alone there, it's super big, ang dami-daming tao lagi. So yun, very happy that I chose UP.
Kabilang side lang naman ng Katipunan, malapit lang naman Ateneo. Ito, ikaw naman, Danica. Bakit, anong kwento nun? Automatic ba yun? Pag Miriam ka, tas varsity, diretso Ateneo? Kasi ang daming gumanon tumawid lang.
Unlike Bea kasi I didn't step out of my comfort zone. Na joke lang. Went to Ateneo. No, kasi, yeah. Actually, the funny story was, I was having a difficult time choosing which college I was going to take. So baka nanonood mga teammates ko sa Ateneo. Ha? Pero pwede na kwento ngayon.
Pwede na.
No, kasi kami ni Bea, we were also close with one of our teammates in RP who is Trisha Piatos. So she was our teammate. She was from Davao. And we were really close kasi kasama ko rin siya sa Asian Youth Games in Singapore. And we would talk every day, and she was one batch ahead of me. So when I was about to graduate high school, first year college na niya sa Lasal. And pag nag-usap kami, lagi niya talaga akong sinasabihan, dito ka na sa Lasal, teammates na tayo ulit. Tapos okay yung program dito, parang magcha-champion talaga yung mga team dito. Tapos sabi ko, gusto ko syempre maglaro na, of course, nandun yung kilala mo na teammate, and of course, Lasal, I also wanted to experience na medyo malayo rin sa family. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to stay in the dorm with my teammates. But then my parents told me na, why do you wanna go to Lasal? Your cousins, your brother are in Ateneo already, and it has been your dream ever since grade school to be wearing an Ateneo jersey. So sabi ko talaga kay Piatos, mukhang magkalaban na tayo sa UAP. Mukhang sa Ateneo na ako pupunta. And it was also a good decision din naman for me when I went to Ateneo, because I also enjoyed the campus, like Bea. I really enjoyed the fact that I only live in Eastwood, and it's only a 10-minute drive for my mom. Hindi pa pala ako
Convenient.
it was very convenient. And
Yeah.
I remember there were times, Bea's in UP, I'm in Ateneo, whenever we would have similar schedules, during the weekdays, I would text her na, break ka ba? May class ka pa ba? Kain muna tayo. Kakain lang kami sa katipunan. It was so easy. So sabi niya sa akin before, isipin mo kung sa Taft ka, layo, dito tayo magkikita.
So at least nakita pa din kami kahit
kahit di na kami teammates.
Pero di kayo nag-usap ni Bea no, na Ateneo UP, wala. Bea, you didn't try to recruit her for UP.
Hindi. Hindi, dapat at Ateneo nga ako. So, nagalit pa siya sa akin na bakit ka nag-UP, diba?
Yes. Ako yung nag-recruit sa kanya. Kasi I already told Trisha Piatos na hindi na ako maglalasal. I wanna go to Ateneo, decidido na ako. And then I passed the asset as well. So parang dito na ako katipunan pa rin. So I was talking to Bea. Oh Bea, dito na tayo. Ha, UP ka. Oh, sige, okay lang. Katipunan na lang tayo.
Ang tanong ko, Julie, bakit hindi mo sa NU?
Actually, wala pa ako sa NU. I was still in the other school.
Wala ka ba sa NU?
So, I was happy naman ako na nakita ko sila sa iba-ibang school. Tapos, kaya pag naglalaro kami sa UAAP, ang saya kasi alam mo yung parang you're not playing against each other. Parang hindi magkalaban Alam mo parang magkalaro. Yung ganun setup, yung magwa-warm up pero may kulitan moments muna, wala pa naman parang ganun.
Okay.
So I guess yung nangyari sa amin nung RPU na nakita namin sila pagdating sa UAP, kami pa rin yung magkakalaro actually Ganun. We were still cheering for each other. Wag lang yung kami magkakalaban. Pero minsan, kahit kami magkalaban, talagang sinasabihan namin yung ibang mga teammate namin. I mean, mga player namin, sinasabihan din namin, pa-shootin niyo na yan. Totoo, sinasabi namin yan. We say good luck with each other. Oo, kasi alam mo yung, as a coach, I've seen them started and then I've seen them grow. And gusto namin talaga mag-flourish yung career nila. And yun na nga. Kaya pagdating ng college years nila, ang saya kasi before and after the game, kulitan. Palaging may kulitan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kaya pa rin. Just kumbaga one big barkada, kumbaga ganun.
Barkada, yes.
Oh.
Hindi lang namin pinapalata sa mga coaches nila. Ano, coach?
Hello? Sorry na wala ako. Kabatch mo nga sila, di ba?
Kabatch ko yung mga yan sa Uvan.
Sa Uvan.
Nakakasabay pa yan si Coach Julie sa amin.
Kabatch ko yung mga yan.
I think I want to ask. So, hello?
Yeah. Parang naghahang ka, Coach Popoy. Yeah. Sige. So, sabi mo nga, Danica, and then Bea, you chose Ateneo, and then UP. Yan na. So, kayo na yung magkalaban sa UAAP career. So, eto, ano yung mga mga memories ninyo noong UAAP ninyo. Yan, let's start with Danica. Kasi sabi mo, Danica ang yabang mo nung kinuwento mo sa akin, Coach, palagi kami champion. Palagi kami champion ng grade school at high school kami. So ngayon, Dan, kwento mo naman kung ano yung journey mo pagdating mo sa college level.
Ayun nga, Coach. Nung kinuwento ko nga sa'yo, yeah, hindi talaga ako naka-experience ng loss in grade school and high school. As in, there were times when I would have a bad game, I would have an off game, but we would still win. So that's how strong our team was back then. That's why when I entered Ateneo, when they recruited me, they already told me off the bat talaga na we are expecting a lot from you because you had so much exposure, so much experience in the RPU team, and then you were also an MVP for the WNCAA. So parang kumbaga pinamukha nila sa akin yung achievements ko in high school. That's why we expect so much from you. We're not pressuring you, pero we want you to deliver during the games. We won't treat you as a rookie, pero as an equal with all the other veterans out there. So that's what they told me the moment I passed the asset and I was training for them already during the summer. So it was actually a big role to embrace as early as your rookie year kasi parang grabe na yung ina-expect sa akin. Eh, naalala nyo before nung kinikwento namin ni Bea, nagsusuot lang kami ng jersey, masaya na kami. Pero ngayon, pag nagsuot ka ng jersey ng Ateneo, parang nakakatakot. Kailangan mo maglaro ka ng maganda ngayon. Kasi you're wearing the name of the school, you're wearing the name of your family. And there were so many things that you had to think about during your rookie year. Kasi parang, I was already starting 5 nung rookie year ko. So lahat ng kasabay ko seniors, and they would really expect me to play, to contribute. And you know, it was really a challenge that I had to embrace as a rookie. Well, syempre nung start, it was difficult kasi nga nanibago ako sa UAP na parang very competitive, very talented, very skillful lahat ng players, and I was only coming from high school. So when they knew na I was this tall, talagang titirahin talaga nila ako kasi they knew I was tall nakita nila. And then eventually naman I started to take a step back, and I really wanted to refocus and adjust my goals na I just have to play my game. And when things got simpler for me, when I tried to do more extra work, I tried to focus on myself and not showing up because of what's expected for me. I had to clear out everything, pas umokay yung laro ko. And I think that's what helped me a lot nung rookie year ko until my last playing year. You just have to make things simple because at the end of the day, you're just playing basketball. You're just trying to contribute for the team to make sure that they will win, and wala ka na dapat iba pang isipin. So I think yun yung nakatulong sa akin.
So you mentioned a while ago, Danica, was yung pressure, hindi ba? Siyempre, from a lot of achievements that you've got during your grade school and high school years, tapos pagdating ng college, agad-agad, they are expecting you to perform. Pero yun nga, you were able to handle pressure. Ito naman si Bea. Ano naman ang kwento ni Bea? How was your years in UP?
Oo.
Yun,
So,
no?
for me naman, yes.
Bea, it's your short hair, please.
Oy, hindi na medyo mahaba na yan, girl.
Headband ka na niya, no?
Ayan. So, for me naman, Coach Julie and Coach Popoy, no? So, going into UP in my first year, so similar naman to Danica na Coach Mon and Coach Che were also telling me na much was expected from me, but I didn't think na parang magiging first 5 ako agad. Parang at that time, kasi ang gagaling din ng mga kakampi ko and all. But yun, I'm thankful naman for the trust from yung coaches ko. But siguro yung biggest challenge that I really experienced in my UP days that for me, I can never forget in my entire life, and it's not always good things. No, it is actually when I was in my 4th year. I was the team captain of our team, and we went 0-14 at that time. So it was a big shock to the women, to the UP Lady Maroons in general, because before I entered the UP Lady Maroons, nung time nila Fats Tolentino, lagi silang pumapasok sa Final Four, lagi silang pumapasok sa finals and all. And actually, nung first year ko, parang we had 4 wins. Tapos nung second year and third year ko, parang 2 wins, tapos naging 5 wins. So parang we were somewhat in the middle. And then biglang nung 4th year ko, nag-0-14 kami. So it was a very, very big disappointment and failure on my end. On a personal note, parang grabe yung naging effect nun sa akin as a player, because I was also the team captain then. So I really took in a lot of the blame. Parang mas naging grabe yung effect sa akin. But yun, thankfully, no, we in my 5th year, we actually changed coaches, changed coaching staff. So I was just like, grabe, no, in my 4 years, same yung coaching staff ko. Tapos sa 5th year ko, maglilipat pa ng coaching staff ulit. Tapos at that time, actually, two of my batchmates left the team also. So, nung 5th year ko, sabi ko, grabe, ano ba mangyayari sa amin? Hindi ko gusto na mag-0-14 ulit kami. And I really want to be able to end my career showing naman na kaya namin manalo. Kasi kaya naman talaga, no? Siguro we had a lot of mga issues lang that we had to fix internally. And that was really my goal. The coaches made me the team captain again. And I promised myself that I will change everything that I need to, whether not just on the court, but even my leadership style, the way I approach my teammates, the way I lead them, everything that I can do to help. And thankfully, we ended the season and my career also with 4 wins. So I guess parang yun yung like highs and lows then of my UAAP career, because I think that really helped shape who I am also today. Yeah.
Speaking of your
Coach
last
Popoy,
year, sorry,
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah, Coach Popoy, I just, yun ang sinabi nga ni Bea na yung 0-14, hindi ba? Yung kailangan niyang i-fix yung mind niya. Hindi mo ba naaalala, Bea, when you were starting grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, ang kwento mo, hindi ba? Coach, palagi, minsan na-forfeit kami ng game, pero I'm still practicing kahit na konti kami. I'm still joining, I'm still working hard. So parang ganun din parang bumalik ka, no? WBL days mo, basta ako gagawin ko papagalingin ko yung sarili ko. I will practice, I will work hard para eventually lahat ng mga teammates ko mag-improve, and then we'll have a win. So parang umikot lang alam mo yun?
Correct.
Diba, you started na parang it's supposed to be a team setup, kaya lang nahihirapan ako kasi yung ibang teammates ko are not that committed, pero I will still go on, I will still continue, I will not stop, I will not quit. Kaya naman, pagdating mo ng 5th year mo, yun yung kwento, hindi ba?
Yes. At least everything ended on a good note, no? So parang actually kahit 4 wins lang kami, no? Of course we always wanted more. But then trying to be realistic, we just wanted to go 1 game at a time. And the fact that we ended my career na din and my other batchmates' career on a winning note, yun, sobrang saya na kami. And I think the whole UP community at that time was also just really happy and relieved that we were able to get back yung winning ways ulit ng UP. Yeah.
Danica, do you remember kung Coach, Danica, do you remember kung naglalaro si Bea sa UP? Naalala mo ba?
Coach, how could I forget? Grabe naman. She plays 40 minutes per game.
Definitely. Totoo yun, Coach Popoy. Totoo yun.
As in, grabe talaga.
Kahit magpapasab na kay Coach Juan, ayaw. Diyan ka lang.
Hindi pwede mag-stop yan. Hindi pwede mag-stop yan.
Magpapahinga lang yan para uminom ng tubig.
Uminom lang.
Siya ulit. So,
ang pahinga lang niya, Coach, kapag may nag-free throw, tupid, nakikita ko sumisenyas. Iinom lang siya sa gilid.
Ganon.
So, yun,
Coach, really memorable yung last year niya, tinalo na sila Danica
Yun ba?
Hindi, pero nag-second place naman si Danica nung year na yun. Kaya okay lang. Di ba, Dan?
pero, kaya lang kami din nakapasok sa Final Four was because of Bea.
Bakit? Bakit
Kasi
kami?
kasi tinalo nila yung UST. We were already 7-7 with our standing on my last playing year. So parang sabi ko, parang alanganin na tayo pumasok ng Final Four nito, 7-7. May pumapasok ba ng 7-7? Di ba usually you need to get more than
Magic
7
eight.
wins. Oo, Magic 8. Pero, yun nga, si Bea's team was able to beat UST nung time na yon. So, nung natalo nila Bea yung UST, nagkaroon ng
Nagka-chance.
nagpa-knockout game kami with UST. So, buti na nanalo sila Bea. So, thank you, Bea.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Ganda. Pero ano yung feeling nila nun? I mean, I want to ask you guys, playing in your last game for UAAP college basketball, kasi ito, nakwento mo kay Coach Julie Bea, parang yung feeling mo nang kumanta mo yung, kinanta mo yung UP naming mahal, parang umiyak ka eh. Ganun ba yung,
Oo.
bakit ganun?
Grabe yung emotions ko at that time because, you know, I love basketball at such a young age. Mga 5 years old, 6 years old, I was already playing basketball. And as a women's basketball player, you always think that your college playing years is your last hurrah. And because you know, after college, the only thing left is the national team, and of course, it's only for a chosen few, and you're never assured of a spot. So, in my mind, my last playing game in my career would be my last game in the UAAP. And so, when I finally sung for the last time yung UP namin, as in, grabe talaga yung iyak ko kasi parang grabe yung journey ko as a basketball player. It was not the easiest. It was not siguro the most successful, not the one with the most achievements, but for some weird reason, I keep falling back to playing the game because I love it so much. Despite all the hardships, despite all the losses, despite yung sobrang hirap na trainings, I keep looking forward to training the next day. I keep looking forward to playing again. So I guess that's why there was just so much emotion at that time, like being thankful, reminiscing na din. So yeah.
Ganun din ba yung feeling mo, Dan, nung last year mo sa UAAP?
Yeah,
Ganun
actually,
din ba?
nung last playing year ko for Ateneo was very unexpected because they called it the Cinderella run eh. So like what I mentioned earlier, we had the knockout game against UST for us to enter the Final Four. So we were able to have a 5-0 run. So nanalo kami ng 5 straight games. So we beat UST for the knockout game. We beat UE na 4th place sa Final Four. And then twice to beat yung Lasal, natalo namin sila. So natapos yung winning streak namin kala Coach Julie nung finals. they were tries to beat that time back in 2015. But a lot of people were saying, especially the Ateneo community, I have never seen such happy second placers. Kasi nung natapos yung finals namin against NU, we really didn't feel bad. We weren't super sad about the loss that time because parang being part of the finals was already an achievement for us because we really didn't expect to be part of the finals. I didn't expect na I was gonna have a finals appearance pa on my last playing year. And you know, I really wouldn't have it any other way. I was glad na I was able to be part of that on my last year. Yun nga lang, sobrang lakas nila Coach Julie. Di ba, Coach? Di mo ako pinagbigyan kahit isa.
Ganon din naman ang ginawa mo sa amin ng 4th year kay. Hindi mo kami
Tagal na yun.
pinagbigyan.
Coach, tagal na yun. Grabe.
Sabi ko nga, hindi, pero tama yung sinabi mo, Danica, that was a Cinderella finish. Malamang napagod lang din kayo and then we have fresher legs. Kaya naman, kumbaga, yung time na yon, ang ine-expect talaga namin, it's not gonna be against Ateneo. We're not gonna be playing against Ateneo. Kaya nung pumasok si Ateneo, we were prepared. We were preparing already. Kaya lang, alam mo yung parang, okay na yan, Dan. Huwag mo na masyadong galingan.
Yeah, kasi parang the last time Ateneo was part of the finals was back in 2007 pa. So, ganun na siya katagal. They were champions that time back in 2007. And then, nung pumasok nga kami nung 2015, our coach back then was Erica Diaz. So she
Yes,
used to be our team manager when I entered Ateneo. And then when Coach Epok Kimpo already had other commitments as a team manager for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, si Coach Erica D took over already. So she had zero coaching experience. 2 years pa lang siya as a coach, napadala na niya agad kami sa finals. Sabi ko, grabe ka talaga. As in, inaral niya talagang she was like a teacher, and we were like in the classroom every single day in practice. And from what I can recall, we did not have a break for 36 straight days. Kasi meron kaming Cinderella run, 'di ba? Sabi niya, pag nagbigay ako ng break, baka mawala yung swerte sa atin. So, ganun yung thinking niya. Pag nag-break tayo, baka mawala yung swerte, yung routine natin, yung rhythm nyo. So, hindi tayo magbe-break hanggat matalo
Momentum
tayo.
is there, no?
So, yes, the momentum was there. So, they really didn't want to break it. So, even during Sundays, we would still practice. Kahit galing sa game, in the afternoon, we would practice. So, I guess you could say na after 36 days na may training and may games, I was really excited to graduate and move on to the next chapter of my life na I can move on from basketball. Pagod na talaga ako. Masaya na ako, nag-finals, nag-mythical. Okay na ako. Pwede ko nang i-sara yung chapter na yon and move on. But then again, after 4 years, bumalik din ako sa basketball kasi nga like what Bea mentioned, parang you just have some reason that you can't understand now when you're playing again. It just really makes you feel alive and happy na hindi mo siya makukuha sa iba eh. You just really enjoy the game na habang bata pa, habang kaya pa. And actually that's one of the main reasons why we went back for the national team back in 2019. So yeah.
So hold that thought. We'll get to the national
Oops,
team.
okay, sige, sorry.
Okay lang. Hold that thought. But then, right now, we have another prize segment na tayong bibigay. So yung third prize natin bibigay is from our friends at Chris Sports. So thank you to our friends at Chris Sports. We'll be giving up hand grips. So and again, a special edition issue of Slam Magazine. So the question for the third prize is, what college did Bea Daez-Fabros play for during her UAAP years? What college did Bea Daez-Fabros play for during her UAAP years? So the first person to give us the right answer will get the prize. In the meantime, may gusto magpapa-shoutout, kaibigan ko. Hindi ko alam pala na kaibigan mo rin to, Bea.
Yes!
So, Luigi Ampil.
Co-worker ko siya. I work with
talaga?
him. Hi, Luigi! Yes! Sa corporate job ko.
Hi, Luigi. Okay.
Oh, nawawala si Coach. Well, by the way, you mentioned a while ago,
In the
Danica,
meantime,
no?
we have more.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you mentioned a while ago.
Hi, Dre!
You mentioned a while ago na si Coach Erica D, di ba? She was your coach then, and then wala siyang knowledge about coaching. Pero alam mo ba, during her days, ay champion player yan.
Oo
Si Coach
nga.
Erica.
Lagi niya
oo.
sinasabi yun.
That's true. And just for the record, my first coaching job as being the RP Youth coach, siya yung player namin noon. So nakalimutan ko na kung anong year. So
Zobel siya nun, di ba?
Yes. So mostly from Sobel na players, FEU, basta iba-iba. Pero she was part of that team na kinoach namin before. And we went to Japan, I guess. Doon kami napunta.
Yeah, Japan.
So, kaya alam ko na meron ding background yan. Alam mo yun, parang it's innate on her na she knows how to deal with people. Kasi coaching is dealing with people eh.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just doing this or that. Kailangan you have to know their ins and outs so that you'll be able to motivate them to do better and then play us together or play as one team. So, yun. You're back, Coach Papoy.
Yeah, sorry, nawala ako ng konti. I think, Direk, do we have the correct answer? Do we have the winner na? Or prize? So, tama ba, Bea? University of the Philippines.
Kompleto, ha?
Kompleto. Congratulations to Enzo. whoever you are, Enzo. Congratulations, you won a hand grip and a special edition magazine of Slam Philippines. All right, so moving forward, yun nga, I told you to hold the thought. National team naman pag-usapan natin. Nung 2015 SEA Games, magkasama kayo
Yeah.
sa training
Yeah.
pool.
Yeah. Yep.
Sa training pool magkasama. Pero si Danica, 1 week before, natapilok ka. Anyari?
Yeah.
Wait lang, anyari? Paano nangyari?
Going to the SEA Games, 1 week before the league, the tournament, ayun, natapilo. Kwento
Yeah.
mo, Dan.
Yun nga. So, I remember that day as if it was yesterday. Pero grabe, it was really one of the most heartbreaking injuries for me. Kasi whole year long, I was training for Ateneo and the national team. So in the morning, we were in NU, we were training for the national team. And then in the afternoon, habol ako sa practice sa Ateneo in preparation for SEA Games nga. And then, yun nga, so the feeling na palapit na yung tournament, the moment that you've been preparing for, suddenly mawawala in an instant because you had a really bad sprain. It was during practice. Actually, our practice was held in Meralco, and then we practiced from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then it was during the last drill. Ano lang siya, 5-on-5, half court, set place lang
Set
siya.
up, yeah.
Tapos na yung practice, siguro last 15 minutes of practice na lang. So, there was one time na from the corner, nag-drive ako, and then, syempre, hinarangan ako nung teammate ko, si Claire Castro. She's a player from FEU, 6'4" siya. Nag-drive ako sa baseline, and then, for some weird reason, pag take off ko, natamaan ko yung paa niya. Pag land ko, boom. Pag nag-sprain talaga ako, laging malala. As in, laging tennis ball, purple, all over it. It was really bad. And then, knowing na we were going to compete for the SEA Games a week before, I was actually nervous na they might take me out of the team already, and then baka hindi na ako isama. But then, I kept telling sila Coach Pat, sila Coach Julie, papaabutin ko talaga to. Mag-rehab ako twice a day. Iinom ako ng ilang sandabakbak na alcohol siya. Hindi ko lang maramdaman to. As in, hindi, kaya ko talaga to, Coach. So sabi, okay, sige, mag-training ka pa rin. Alalayan mo. You have to do all the strengthening para makahabol ka. Kasi we're leaving next week. So, yun nga, fortunately, I was still part of the team. But, you know, they could really see that I was struggling. Even in practice, it wasn't 100% in condition already because of the bad sprain. And, you know, it was really sad when we were in Singapore not because of my sprain, but it was because I couldn't contribute to the team. And, syempre, ikaw, you know that you can do so much. You know that you can be able to deliver because you've been preparing for it. You've been training for the entire year. And then, yung gusto mo, kaya mo, but then hindi kaya nung katawan mo. Parang hindi ka makagalaw ng swabe or something. Tapos, and then the result, di ba, Coach Julie, in 2015, ang theme nung SEA Games sa amin was ginto na, naging bato pa.
It's gold or nothing eh.
Yes. So, when we lost to Indonesia, dapat gold na tayo nun, Coach, diba? When we were up against them. But when we lost, wala na. We were, 4th, 5th place? Doesn't matter because you're not first place. And come to think of it, it was like I had a chip on my shoulder after that game. I wasn't able to play. We weren't able to go home with the gold. So parang kulang yung basketball story ko, yung basketball career ko. And when I found out that there was gonna be another tryouts for the national team, that's when I really thought, actually kami ni Bea magkasama kami nun eh. It was early 2018 when Coach Pat messaged us na I know you guys are already working. I know you are already in your respective corporate jobs, but let's have dinner soon. Kwento ko lang yung plans, ano yung mangyayari for 2019. So, of course, we met up with him, and then he shared with us the several tournaments that the national team will be participating in. We have FIBA, we have Olympic qualifying tournament, we have SEA Games.
Jones
SEA Games,
Cup.
Jones Cup, SEA Games, tayo pa yung host. Tapos may training pa tayo sa Taiwan. Kami ni Bea, Bea mo, maglalaro tayo. Pero of course, we really we really couldn't jump right away, even if we wanted to, kasi it's basketball, it's a national team, it's a great opportunity. Because we already had other commitments like our corporate career.
Yeah.
So, syempre sabi ko, Bea, paano ba to? 4 years na tayo, walang basketball, competitive basketball. Ang kasabay natin, current UAP players, Bea, nakakahiya yata tayo dito. Paano ba? Sabi ni Bea, kaya natin mag-extra work tayo before work, tapos talagang babawi tayo, hahabol tayo sa conditioning level nila. So, really put in the work, even if we really didn't know or we didn't have any assurance that we will be part of the team. We had no idea kasi admittedly, or meron naman kaming self-awareness na meron na talagang mas kondisyon, mas malakas, mas matangkad, mas magaling sa amin. And ito, kaming dalawa, we just really wanted to, have no regrets and take the opportunity to play again for the national team. Especially the tournaments pa back in 2019, ang daming laro. Which we really missed the most din naman. Yun.
Take naman tayo kay Bea. Yun nga, Bea, same din yung kwento mo 2015 sumama ka sa SEA Games. But I wanna ask from you, kasi I know you worked for Unilever for a while, yung kasama mo si Luigi.
Still there, correct.
You're still there, you're still in Unilever. Tapos parang you became an analyst for ABS, if I'm not mistaken.
ABS,
TV.
yes.
But this time, wala kang basketball this time, zero. Aside from watching, you weren't playing, you weren't working out, no practices, nothing?
So right after I graduated, I went into the corporate world right away. So I jumped into my first job right after I passed the board exam. So I had the board exam in 2016, September of 2016, and then 2017 I already started working. And back then it was really just my corporate job and being an analyst for the UAAP. I was an analyst also for ABL for a while. Yes, courtside reporter also for a time with them. But working out, for me, being fit is a lifestyle. And I guess being a basketball player all my life, having training all my life since I was 7 years old, 8 years old, I guess it was something that I could never really let go. And talagang hinahanap ng katawan ko lagi na mag-workout. So even if I wasn't playing basketball anymore, I did not have any team, I would still work out like 4 to 5 times a week. And sometimes sinasabi pa nga ng mga co-workers ko na parang, Bea, bakit ka ba nag-workout? Parang wala na kaming time. Sobrang pagod na kami. Tapos parang sinasabi ko, that's my outlet. It's my stress reliever. Playing basketball, working out, jogging, lifting weights, and all. So I guess when Danica and I made the decision that, maybe one last hurrah, let's just try, since we're still young, we can still do it. I know that we need to do a lot more extra work than the other girls out there, just because we haven't had competitive playing in the past few years. Let's just give everything one last time. And we're very, very thankful. I'm very, very thankful that I gave it one last try. And I'm thankful also that, despite the highs and lows of trying in RP youth, but then deciding last minute to pull out and not being able to have any international experience, I'm super happy and thankful to Coach Pat and to Coach Julie that at least in 2019, I was able to play for the FIBA Asia in India. So, that's an experience I will never forget also. That's one of yung mga top memories talaga na never mo makakalimutan in your life. Kasi sobrang eye-opening yung experience ko doon. There are so many realizations I was telling Coach Julie. Like, number one, na sobrang layo pa natin, but at the same time, for you to be among the players, among the teams there, just shows you that, number one, malayo pa yung kailangan natin abutin, but then it is possible. You see the players there. For example, there's this player in Japan na maliit na point guard. Siya yung naging MVP dun sa liga na yon. And you see how good she is. WNBA players, it lifts it boosts your confidence na kaya mo, kaya natin. that should be a role model for all the other Filipino girls. And I guess that's one of the reasons why it was such a memorable experience for me, because it gave me perspective to where we are, but it also gave me, I guess, a bit of hope na one day we can also be like those other teams out there.
And, parang full circle, Coach Julie, na parang dapat sila magkasama nung first na youth. Kaya nga, di natuloy si Bea, tapos first si Danica lang. Tapos biglang 2019, India pa rin,
Meet sila
Bangalore.
ulit.
Same
Oo
hotel
nga,
ba?
no?
Same food.
Yeah. Iba
Very
naman.
memorable.
Ibang
Pune, ito, Bangalore naman to.
Bangalore
Yeah,
naman.
no?
Tapos sila magkasama. Coach Julie, gusto kita itanong, kasi you're on the coaching staff for this. Ano yung naging decision nila Coach Pat, the coaching staff? Bakit nyo in-invite ulit si Bea at si Dan?
Well, during their peak careers in UAAP, we have seen really yung potential nila. And ano naman alam naman namin na discipline din na itong dalawang players na to. So we invited them because we wanted them to try it out again together with the existing players, because we want to have a team of best of the best. So it's not just hindi ka na condition, no. Lahat ng mga magagaling noong time nila, lahat ng mga yon in-invite talaga namin to put up a pool na talagang best of the best, so that pagdating ng SEA Games, we will see kung sino talaga yung papagay sa FIBA Asia, kung sino pang SEA Games, kung sino pang Jones Cup. We really had a lot of tournaments for us to be able to put up that final pool pagdating ng SEA Games. And itong dalawa, I was really admiring them kasi nga, alam mo, itsura niyan, tatakbo yan sa practice session. Tatakbo yan.
Sorry, hindi ko makalimutan yan, Coach.
Alam mo, itsura nila, dala nila yung bag nila.
Nakapang-office pa.
Nakapang-office attire. Imagine mo yan. Parang nagtanggal lang ng heels, nagchinelas lang. Tapos takbo-takbo silang ganun. Wala talagang keme, talagang takbo kung takbo. Coach, mag-warm up na po ako. Alam mo yung gano'n. They really love to help the team. And that's what really, alam mo yung I guess, yung bonding na rin natin together noong back days 2009. And I think yun yung one thing na we were able to convince you to play again. Sabi mo nga, Danica, parang bitin, hindi ba? Same with you, Bea. Parang may kulang. And then I'm happy kasi bago nagkaroon ng pandemic, at least maganda yung pinagkukwentuhan natin. Hindi ba?
Yes, correct.
Champion, and then ikaw, chance to play for the national team. Hindi na lang jersey lang ng Philippines na pang training pool lang. Hindi na. You've been a member, you've seen, sabi mo nga yung Coach Wapo, yung sinasabi niya na Japanese player, ang liit lang nun, 5'4", 5'5". Pero siya yung naging MVP. It's because of the head and the heart. Talagang, it's not really about height sa basketball. Talagang, pwede talaga. Meron tayong posisyon pagdating sa Asian Games. Yeah.
Correct.
Yan.
Okay. Ganda, Coach Julie. Ibig sabihin ni Coach Julie, siguro kay Coach Pat, kaya daw yung nagpapasakit ng ulo nila. Di sila natutulog pagkalaban UP at Ateneo. Kasi dahil
How to stop.
Yun yung iniisip nila.
Oo, totoo.
Ang ganda talaga, full circle yung kwento, parang buong-buo na parang, yun nga, sabi ng dalawa, at the end of college career, sakali na wala na. Tapos na, okay na, kota na, tatrabaho na ako. Tapos biglang, 2019, may opportunity pa maglaro ng competitive national team. International pa.
Yeah, and I remember parang nung nag-dinner tayo with Coach Pat when he was talking about the program, the tournaments, I remember asking him nga na, Coach, why would you need the two of us to try out now when there are a lot of players who are much more in shape, very much well-conditioned pa sila, very skillful. So, why would you need us to unretire pa when we're already in our corporate careers? Kasi baka kahihiyan lang yung gawin namin dalawa. Wala na kami sa kondisyon. And I remember he told us nga na, I'm trying to build a team that doesn't just that's not just banking on skills and talent, pero I want the balance in the team that there will be the young ones, pero there's also a mix of veterans. And that's where we came in. So we know for a fact that there are a lot of key players in the team like Bernardino, Jack Animam, Claire Castro. Everyone can shoot, everyone can create, everyone can score. But the role that was designed for Bea and I, if I remember correctly, he said na, I need you to be the mature ones in the team to make sure that everyone is on the same page. If there's a teammate of yours that you need to talk to para lang ma-set yung mind ulit to refocus and to, prioritize. That's where we came in because of the experience that we had from high school. And naisip namin, nga, no, tayo na isa sa mga matatanda dito
Oo,
sa
actually.
national team. Kasi lahat kasi sila halos magkaka-age na eh. Sila Jack, sila Afril, Bernardino. And kami na yung medyo nasa taas, medyo older na sa team. And, I think we were really able to balance it out with the team. There was a mix of, local veterans and, the current import so Phil-Ams as well. So, yun, maganda yung naging chemistry. It was a well-designed program by Coach Pat and sila Coach Julie nga for 2019.
It's just, I don't know. For me, someone who's not too familiar with women's basketball yet, it's such a nice thing to hear tonight. Your stories, the transition, everything. Parang kwento yung galing, kilala na pala si Coach Julie since bata pa kayo. Tapos parang kayo pa rin hanggang kabatch nga pala si Coach Julie, sorry. Kabatch si Coach Julie ever since.
Konti lang.
Konti lang agad. Parang it's a really nice realization tonight for me personally. And I think a lot of people as well watching tonight have the same feeling. And speaking of those people, we have two certain special figures, Coach Julie, na gustong may share. Pero before that, may papaprize muna tayo, Coach Julie. My last prize tayo at ibibigay natin. This is the best prize of all. I'm sure you guys also want it. Milo basketball.
Can I also answer the question?
Okay.
We're giving out the Milo basketball as our last prize, as well as a Slam magazine edition. Issue pala, sorry. And the question is, Bea and Danica were both teammates in the FIBA Women's Asia Cup in 2019. Where was the tournament held? Clue. Same country nung nag-RPU si Danica in 2009. While waiting for the correct answer, we have two special people who want to share certain words, and Direct, kindly prepare it.
Hello,
And anyway, di ko rin alam yung order so ito.
Uy, si Coach Manu!
Hi Bea, kamusta? Si Bea niyan, she was one of the players I handled when I started my first head coaching job. My first head coaching job was in Assumption College, San Lorenzo. At a very young age, si Bea, makikita mo na talaga dyan, very competitive yung bata na yan. Hard worker talaga siya. Siya yung tipo ng player na hindi magpapatalo kahit na anong mangyari. Kahit scrimmages lang yan or games lang yan, she wants to be the best in everything. Gusto niya number 1 siya talaga. Ganun yung attitude ng bata na yan, which is good. Very smart din yung bata na yan, academics-wise, tsaka sa basketball IQ niya talagang iba. Kaya siguro naging madali rin para sa akin as a coach yung transition from playing to coaching kasi nagkaroon nga ako ng player na kagaya niya. Nagkaroon kami ng multiple championships sa AC pero very memorable sa amin yung Women's Basketball League. No one really expected na aabot kami ng championship kasi nga sino ba naman yung Assumption dati panahon nung naglalaro sila ang malalakas talaga yung Miriam, yung Zobel, di ba? Pero sinuwerte kami, nakakuha kami ng championship sa WBL. Si Bea niyan, ang big part din yan ng success ko sa coaching ko sa women's basketball. Kasi lahat din naman ng championships ko doon, part si Bea nung team na yon. Very proud ako sa bata na yan. Masaya ako sa na-achieve mo. I'm happy kung ano ka ngayon, kung nasan ka ngayon. Sana magkita-kita tayo soon. Ingat palagi. God bless.
Oh, Coach Manu!
Thank you, Coach Manu. Grabe, na-touch ako, Coach Julie. Kasi parang ever since I graduated from high school, no, hindi ko na talaga nakausap si Coach Manu. So, super thank you, Coach Manu. Yun, sobrang one of the coaches I'll never forget. Kasi grabe yung basics, grabe yung skills na tinuro niya sa akin nung formative years ko in high school. So, thank you. Thank you, Milo Best also for that.
Well, Coach
So, Julie,
Manu is,
pakilala mo.
yeah, Coach Manu is also part of the coaching staff ng Best Center, which she mentioned.
Mm-mm.
And siya yung unang Milo 5, actually. Baka
Ayan,
nakita niyo yung mga commercial ng Milo. Siya yung maliit doon na magaling magdi-dribble. Siya yun. And up to now, sabi nung kinuwento nga niya, nung nagkwentuhan nga kami actually, Bea, ang dami niyang mga good words na binanggit na parang naging madali for me na mag-coach kasi nga because of the attitude that you've got, na you showed. And after daw noon, nagkaroon siya nag-champion nga siya with your team, nabigyan siya ng break, ayun na. So,
Oo. And
nasa
now
San
his
Beda na.
career
Yeah,
ngayon, sobrang
yes. Kaya that was the first coaching job that she's got in the first under you. Yan din daw yung first na championship niya under you.
Oo.
Kaya yun. So, Coach Manu, I know you're watching right now. Thank you for
Thank
that
you,
video.
Coach. Thank you.
At syempre, Coach Julie, may special video rin, special person rin tayo kay Dan.
Kinakabahan ako.
Direct, pwede.
Everybody, gentle big girl, okay? But aside from being, big and high, the most important thing is that she has a big heart. That's it.
Coach Mag.
Danica Jose, however you want to say it, is galing MC or galing MC. And, she's just a team player. And as I say, she's galing MC or galing MC. She's also galing WBL or galing WBL. Okay? That's why we're very grateful for the opportunity. WBL people, we thank you because we adopted actually your scheme of fielding in mm, different players per quarter. All right, and we adapted that with our intramural games across all sports. Okay, be it softball, every inning we have different players to fill in. For volleyball, it's the same thing. Every set they should have different players to fill in, and of course for basketball, it's the same. So yeah, that's why I said uh, being a team player actually evolved at our end anyway. Uh, from merely playing in sync with your teammates to a more meaningful term. Okay, for us, uh, being a team player is actually making everybody step up. Okay, if not the best, and it's not contained within the team. Uh, it should go beyond that, like with your playmates. So we don't call them opponents because we call them playmates because we grow together, we step up together, and as we step up together, it doesn't stop there. We we also make the people in the arena, the gym, step up with their attitude towards watching the games, and really grasping that miracle direction of game that's happening there. So so that's the team player I'm talking about, and that why big heart? Because Danica Jose was home to, experience being committed and work hard for her to be able to improve her skills. And wow, and she's doing that every time. She's living it. And what can I say? I'm so proud of you. Your Miriam College family is very much proud of you. So prior for her, prior of her being part of the national pool, the champion national pool, okay, she was part of the most beloved school, grade school in WBL. So, wow, how can we go wrong with that? The rest is history. we let the Lord play with us every time. So how can we go wrong? That's why, during the huddle, we just say 1, 2, 3, MC, 1, 2, 3, JC. So it means what? Miriam for Jesus Christ, or Miriam plays. I mean, Jesus Christ plays with us. Okay, so the rest is history, and being champions for us, means that you just achieve. Actually, it doesn't mean beating someone else or beating another team. Being a champion is achieving your goal of winning lives. Yes, winning lives, not just the trophy. Although I call the players, our players, are living trophies because they continue on spreading God's love and God's goodness to make this world a better place to live in. And so with that, Danica, wow, considering the uncertain circumstance we're in, this is very good news of really knowing and seeing that you're living up our dream. We have our team song, we hold on together, our dreams will never die. You just live up with that.
Wow.
Alright. Dan, sino pa baka makapakilala mo sa audience? Sino yun?
Coach Magno was officially my first basketball coach ever. So she was my coach back in grade 7. So from the ground up talaga, back to basics, Coach Magno, lahat yun. And, when I was watching the video, you could really, I couldn't really help but think na she was really that articulate and passionate about basketball. As in, I remember even during practice, bago mag-umpisa yung practice, meron kaming ganyang katagal na motivational speech. So, syempre, nung bata ka, grabe, ang haba ng speech ni Coach. Mag-warm up pa lang kami. Ganyan talaga siya. So, some things really never change, which is a good thing then, no? You could really still see her passion up to now and her commitment to the sport of really growing the program, the basketball program from the grassroots level. It has always been her commitment ever since. And thank you, Coach Julie, for reaching out to Coach Magdo. I haven't seen her in so many years. Talagang, wala, cute-cute pa rin niya. Di ba siya nagbabago?
Well, Coach Popoy, no, nung nakausap ko nga si Coach Franz, ang dami niyang kinuwento. And she was very proud of you, Danica, kasi nga, yun nga, you're living up our dream. Yung term niya, our dream. Yun yung term niya na as a coach, ito yung priceless moments to see my players going back sa MC na successful. Tapos, ito nga, ang term nga niya, nung sinabi ko nga siya, Coach, bigyan mo naman ako ng video message for Danica. Alam mo, sagot niya sa akin, ilang minuto kailangan? Ilang minuto? Isang oras bang gusto mo?
Mukhang nabitin pa siya. Mukhang marami pa siya sasabihin sa video.
Oo nga eh.
Yes. So, Coach Magno, Coach Franz, thank you for allowing
By the
us
way,
to...
Coach Julie, ano siya? Multi-time champion nung nag-UP siya.
Yes! Oh!
May connection pa rin siya.
Oh.
Ngayon sa ni Tita Monica, yun nga, sunod-sunod, nung sunod-sunod nag-champion ang UP, andun siya.
Oh, she was player also. Yeah.
Alright. Before we go to our final messages, we want to award our winner. And Direk, can you flash the winning? Tama ba? India ba? Ang location.
Yes. The place to be.
The place to be. Twice ka na dun eh. Congratulations to Christina Pascual. You have won a Milo basketball. Hopefully soon you can get to play with Bea and Dan once the pandemic gets over. Hopefully. In the meantime, before we end, guys, I want to ask Dan and Bea, can you share your final messages to our audience tonight? I don't know who wants to start.
Sino, Bea?
Ikaw na, Dan.
Ako na. Okay. So to everyone who's watching right now, thank you for tuning in to Milo best, be the best center. And to everyone who has been continuously supporting women's basketball, thank you as well. And to all those young girls who are aspiring to play basketball, keep your passion alive even if there's still a pandemic. There's still a lot of things to do at home. You could still do ball handling skills. You could still work out just as long as you keep your goal in mind that you want to be the best version of yourself as a basketball player, because that's how everyone started. That's how Bea and I started. And without the experience that we got from Milo and the best center, we wouldn't be the players today. And looking back, we want to thank everyone who has helped us become the players that we are right now. And without them, we wouldn't be able to achieve all of the accomplishments that we had during our basketball career. So thank you.
Ikaw naman, Bea. My final message
Okay. For me naman, I guess, ayun, to all the aspiring young female ballers, just continue to pursue your dream. I think my story is a testament to everyone that it's not always about winning. My career may not have been the one with the most number of championships, with the most number of individual achievements, but at the end of the day, if what you are doing makes you happy, makes you fulfilled, is your passion that keeps the fire burning every single time, then continue doing it. Because right now I'm in the phase of my life wherein I have a family, I have a husband, I have my first child, my baby girl, and when I look back at my basketball career, sabi ko kay Coach Julie na, alam mo yung nabibit-bit ko ngayon is really the learnings, everything. All the highs and lows, how I was able to overcome all of them, the mental challenges, the physical challenges, and all. All of those things make up the Bea Daez-Fabros that I am today. And without all those heartbreaks, without all those lessons that I had to learn in my whole basketball career, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. So just continue to pursue your dream, because even in sports, it teaches you things beyond the basketball court, and I can attest to that with my own personal experience. There.
Right, Coach Julie. It has been a wonderful episode, to say the least. Thankful ako, Coach Julie, na na-meet ko tong dalawang amazing women, amazing basketball players, and who have plenty to teach, not just about life, not just about basketball, but also with life. Ikaw naman, Coach Julie, may parting words ka pa ba?
O nga, Coach, ano message mo sa amin?
Oh, ikaw, bash mo to, Coach Julie. Bash mo to.
Coach, kailangan namin ng advice.
Kailangan namin ng message, Coach.
Ng message.
How does it feel to coach Danica and Bea for 10 years?
Ano to, another 1 hour na naman to?
Another 1 hour. From your perspective.
Yeah, I'm just so thankful nung binanggit na Bea said yes na mag-guest and together with Danica. I was really thinking already kung paano yung magiging flow ng show, kasi I really saw you grow and grew as a person right now. Kung ano man yung mga, sabi nga ni Bea, different highs and lows, but you stick to that sport, hindi ba? So those learnings that you have built up, yan yung mga forever memories na panghuhugutan ninyo. Right now, I'm talking to you, maybe 10 years after, kayo naman na nagsasalita dito, yung mga teammates nyo naman, before mga makakausap nyo. Those things, those learnings that we had, yung araw-araw na training, yung struggles, yung highest and low, lahat yon may ano mo yung merong patutunguhan, and everything's gonna be worth it. And I'm happy na you guys ay been a good inspiration to a lot of female ballers. And keep it up, ha? Keep it up.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah. Nakamute ka, Coach Pop.
Wala, sorry. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bea, for guesting on our show tonight. It's been a blast. But to our viewers, guys, thank you guys for watching. Just a heads up, just an advice, Coach Julie, alam mo to, we'll be having our interactive online clinic for the best center starting next week, May 30, for basketball and volleyball. So if you're interested in joining, you can contact our Facebook page, Best Center Sports Inc., or text the number below, 0917-801-3533. or email bestcenter.inquiry@gmail.com. And bato lang yung questions nyo. We'll be more than happy to answer. And Coach Julie is more than ready to teach your kids. Or pwede rin adults. No worries kung adults if may gusto kayo. So once again, thank you guys. Thank you, Danica. Thank you, Bea. It's been a blast. And thank you to our viewers who stayed. This has been Popoy Navarre and Coach Julie Amos for Be The Best Live. And good night, everybody.